Let's talk about something that most people misunderstand about Scorpios: their trust issues. Everyone loves to throw around that phrase like it's just another zodiac stereotype. But with Scorpios, it runs deeper, much deeper. Scorpios don't just have trust issues, they've earned them. Because trust to a Scorpio isn't about words, it's about energy, patterns, and truth. And what they've learned, time and time again, is that most people don't move in truth. From a young age, Scorpios often experience betrayal in some form. It could be emotional abandonment, parents who lied, friends who backstabbed, or lovers who pretended to be loyal while secretly being something else. They learn early that people's words rarely match their energy. That lesson cuts deep, and it never leaves them. They become hyper-aware. They watch everything: the tone, the silence, the inconsistency. Scorpios pick up on the unspoken, and that's where their trust issues are born. Not from paranoia, but from proof. Because the truth is, Scorpios want to trust. They crave depth, connection, and intimacy. But every time they've let their guard down too soon, it costs them something: their peace, their loyalty, their emotional safety. So over time, they learn that trust is earned through energy consistency, not empty promises. And here's what most people don't realize. When a Scorpio says they have trust issues, it's not just about you. It's about the memories they still carry. That moment someone swore they'd never lie and did. That friend they protected who ended up betraying them. That relationship where they gave their all and were left to rebuild themselves from ashes. They remember every time they had to resurrect from emotional death. And that's why they protect their peace like it's sacred. Because it is. See, for Scorpios, vulnerability is sacred currency. Once they trust you with everything: their secrets, their heart, their shadow. And when that trust is broken, it's not easy to recover. They don't just lose faith in you, they lose faith in their own discernment. That's the real pain. It's not that they stop trusting you, it's that they stop trusting themselves for letting you in. And so they build walls not because they're cold, but because they've been burned too many times by the people they thought would never hurt them. Those walls aren't made of arrogance. They're made of experience. Every Scorpio has a story, a moment when they saw someone's true colors and realized everything they thought was real was an illusion. That's the moment the trust wound begins. And it shapes how they love, how they connect, and how they protect. By the time a Scorpio reaches adulthood, their intuition becomes a defense mechanism. They don't just listen to what you say, they study how it feels when you say it. They can tell when something's off. That's why you can't lie to them. Their spirit will know before their mind even processes it. And here's the irony. Scorpios are some of the most loyal people you'll ever meet. Once they choose you, it's for life. They'll protect you, defend you, uplift you. But the same energy they use to love you is the same energy they'll use to destroy any illusion or betrayal that tries to threaten that love. That's why Scorpios move slow when it comes to trust. They need to feel your soul. They need to know you're solid when no one's watching, that your intentions match your actions, that your words don't shift with convenience. They're not testing you. They're protecting themselves. Because once they trust, they merge. And that kind of merging, spiritual, emotional, energetic, can't happen with someone who's half honest or half present. Most people fear Scorpio intensity, but what they're really seeing is a soul that's been betrayed enough to master discernment. They've turned their pain into intuition, their fear into awareness, their heartbreak into boundaries. And even though they have trust issues, they still love deeply. They just do it quietly, carefully, with observation instead of assumption. They'll give you loyalty that most people don't even deserve. But once you break it, you'll never experience it again. Because to betray a Scorpio is to lose access to their soul. And to earn their trust again, that's a lifetime process. Scorpios don't forgive easily, not because they're vengeful, but because they understand that energy never lies. Once the energy changes, so does the relationship. So if a Scorpio ever trusts you, protect that. It's not something they give away lightly. It's a sacred gift earned through consistency, authenticity, and truth. Because behind every Scorpio's trust issues is a history of loving people who weren't ready to love them right. and surviving it. And when you've survived emotional betrayal and rebirthed yourself from that kind of pain, you don't move through the world naively anymore. You move with wisdom, silence, and sovereignty. That's not trust issues. That's self-protection. That's emotional intelligence. That's survival.